You're not Job. You're Joseph. He was. Had gum in my teeth. What's good, y'all? Today I went to church and I ain't feeling what the pastor said. He was talking about Job chapter 42, verse 10. And it said this. When Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. In fact, the Lord gave him twice as much as before. Listen, my problem with this is primarily the fact that everybody thinks they're Job. And that all of a sudden God's going to just give them something because he had them live through hardship. Chances are, I'm sorry, let's be clear. Chances are, no, you're not Job. Actually, you're Joseph. You know, the one with the pretty coat that his brother sold in slavery after throwing him in the well and really wanted to leave him for dead. Yeah, you're that guy. You're not Joseph. And I'm going to explain a little bit further. Now listen, quick story about Job. Job was a very loyal, faithful man to God. God was quite proud of this. And then all of a sudden the devil showed up and made a bet. Probably shouldn't say it like this, but it pretty much felt like a bet. Made a bet that the devil said, I bet you that I can make him, I bet you that he won't be faithful to you if we take all this stuff. God was like, all right, go ahead, do that. So devil came through, snatched up 10 of his kids, killed off his flock of sheep, killed off his, just took everything from the man. Job stays loyal. And in the process, devil's like, the only reason why he's still loyal to you is because we ain't did nothing to him. So God like, bet. All right, go ahead and do what you want to him. Don't kill him. So devil goes off, gets this man really sick, and he's feeling bad about himself because he's frustrated, but at the same time, he's still staying loyal. God's quite proud because he's winning the bet right now. I'm sorry, this sounds really messed up the way I'm saying it, but it's just how I feel. And please, feel free to explain this story to me a little bit better because I'm not a huge fan of Job, but I get the idea. But whether you like the fact I said that or not, I guarantee you're going to get a message from this, so keep watching. So, long story short, after Job stayed faithful, he had a down moment. God stepped in, reminded him that he God, and then gave him everything twice over, as I read. Now, here's the problem. Most people want to be Job. And the reason why it's a problem that most people want to be Job is that by wanting to be Job, you're hoping that because you're going through some type of tough time, that God's just going to give you something, or somebody's just going to give you something. That ain't life. There's 3 traits that make me respect Joseph so much. 3 traits, of course, there's a lot of other traits that you can build on, but there's 3 traits that I want to point out. He was faithful, he had a heck of a work ethic, and he utilized his talent. God gives all of us a talent. Whether you know what your talent is or not, you have a talent. And if I refer to his work ethic differently, he gave us all will. Now, whether you utilize that, that's on you. So, Joseph was sold into slavery, like I told you, used his talents, used his hard work, his strong will to make the person that he considered his master, I hate that term, made his master proud. He worked his butt off, and his master ended up respecting him. From there, he turns around, gets elevated to a height, then, as life can do, got put back in his place and ended up getting in prison after he got elevated and was given so many great things and was honored by the man. In prison, he used his talent, he used his hard work, and he basically was running a prison as a prisoner. Crazy. And then he got an opportunity to elevate to higher levels, not only because of that, but he had honesty. And his honesty, his loyalty, his belief in God, his skills, he utilized everything. And then all of a sudden, he becomes one of the most powerful people in Egypt from a slave. You're Joseph. You have the will, you have the talent. You just need to utilize it. And here's the thing, is many times we're believing the world's greatest lie, as my favorite book, The Alchemist, likes to say. What's the world's greatest lie? The world's greatest lie is this. At a certain point in our life, we believe that we lose control of what's happening to us. And then at that point, I guess our life is in fate's hands. Now, if you're honest about it, you either are this person or you know a person who just thinks what is. You have the power, you have the talents, and that was what God gave you. Make use of it. You're Joseph, but you wish you were Job because you just wish somebody would give you something. God's not just going to give you something. He might help you so you can handle the situation a little bit better. Now, of course, God will send some good things so you can handle them, but maybe it might not happen before, maybe it'll happen during, but you need to be doing something. You can't just be leaning on your faith. That's my main frustration with this whole thing, is you think that you just go and just sit there and He's going to bring everything to you. No, you're going to do something. Faith without works is dead. I know you know that Bible verse, right? So get off your knees and get on your feet. And then go home and get back on your knees. That means you wake up, get on your knees and pray. Then get up and go do work with the belief that things are going to work out. Now, after work, go home, get back on your knees, pray, go to sleep, wake back up, say another prayer, and then get your butt back into work. I'm not talking about just your salary work. I mean the work that's moving you towards the life that you want to live. You're not Job. You're Joseph. Now put your work in, use your talents, and life will be what you want it to be. Thanks for watching. Share. Subscribe. I think this message really carries weight for a lot of people, and a lot of people need to hear it. So, if it meant something to you, if you took something away from this, please share this video, subscribe. Also, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your perspectives. And I already told you I'm not a big fan of the Job chapter of the Bible, well, the Job book of the Bible. So, please, if you see a different perspective, give me your perspective of that too. I would love to hear it. And I'm not being facetious. I actually want to see it from a different perspective. But my perspective is primarily that he got screwed over, frankly, because of a bet between God and the devil. And of course, God won. But God knew that ahead of time too. Not trying to sound cold, but I really want you to help me with that. So, if you can, please drop a comment below and tell me information. Tell me your thoughts. Blah, 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 blah. 2 of these.